Ja, men nu är det
Okej, börjar vi om igen.
Det var typ så här, alltså, man behöver inte se allting som...
Precis. So we're finally live, guys. Today I have Android, Solar, and Rocky with me today, and we're gonna play mostly singles. I'll start off by playing as my brother, Android. So it's gonna be a lot of good matches, mostly Peach against Sheik, but also some Sheik versus Fox. So it's gonna be great, guys. Twitch is gonna promote us this week a lot. It's gonna be front page and everything. So this is a good opportunity for the entire Smash community to make a bigger name of ourselves. So that's very, very good, and I'm very happy about that. And I feel very honored that I'm gonna start off this week that Twitch is gonna promote. So it's gonna be a lot of fun. And the stream is ready now. The partnership is ready. So yeah, let's just get started. As I said, me against Android first, but later on during the night I will play against both Rocky and Solar. So it's gonna be great. And today we will approximately play for 5 hours. So it's gonna be awesome. So let's get the first match for the day. And yeah, a pretty common question on this stream I've noticed is if I'm playing the PAL version. So when Android is not gonna do down air to forward air or upper, it is because of the difference in the PAL version. It's not a true combo in here. He can still do some pretty nasty stuff with like tech chases or dash attacks from the down throw. So the people that is not that aware of the PAL version, you will see the difference, and hope you like it. And also in terms of this matchup, I think Android and Mutaking is like by far the two best Sheiks in the world. Oh great. At this matchup. You will see a very, very different playstyle from both of them though. Mutaking is playing very, very defensive, trying to cut up a lot of the options and making me approach. It's very hard because it can make it very hard for Peach to like get in and approach. Android's strategy is the completely opposite. He's like using the speed to his advantage and trying to corner me around the edges. I would say both styles is very good and a bit trickier to play against. A combination of the both would probably be the best. But for Sheiks with a bit more of an aggressive style, I would really recommend to check out those matches a bit more in detail. Yeah, I think Android is gonna be willing to like give you guys advice as Sheik versus Peach as well. This is Andrew's first time playing on the stream over here, so in case he doesn't see any of your guys' questions, I will try to help him out, and I know he's gonna be able to help you guys a lot. Yeah, in terms of this matchup, I would say Sheik wins in NTSC by a slight margin, and in PAL, Peach wins by a slight margin. If I have to like compare both of the versions and say like who is best overall in the matchup, I would probably give it to Peach by a very, very slight margin. Like in PAL, the matchup is not that bad for Sheik, but it's like playing the matchup consistently and winning, it's pretty hard. Oh, nice. Because your punish game is like not that huge. The neutral game is also kind of even. But the fact that Peach has a better recovery and she can't kill you easily, that will give like the benefit to Peach, I would say. Against Hungerbox, I haven't decided yet. For the people that tuned in yesterday, you probably saw me play against Pontus, a Puff player from the West Coast in Sweden. And I played mostly Fox against his Puff. But I also played some Peach, so I haven't really decided yet. But long-term investment, I think Fox is gonna be the best. Yay, the Stitch face! Thank you, Lolex. Yeah, Lolex was setting up for me. That guy has been helping me so much with the entire stream, the equipment that he's like super kind to like borrow to me. So it's super good. So I hope you guys appreciate the effort. No, I don't play any Pokemon. Like, I was a big fan of the anime and like the cards and everything, except for the games basically, in terms of Pokemon. I did play Pokemon Yellow though. It was okay, but after that I stopped playing the games, even though I did follow the rest for quite some more time. Oh my god, good tech. Oh, you went for a second one. Dr. Mario have like some potential. Winning a tournament with Dr. Mario only would be pretty hard, I would say. But we have seen players like Shroomed especially doing very well with Dr. Mario in the past. He consistently was like placing top 5 or top 8 on all these Apexes and these kind of tournaments. So I think you can get high places, but I have a hard time seeing a true Dr. Mario player, like only playing Dr. Mario, making it all the way. But I think Shroomed proved it is some potential in the character. And if you play Pal, like some of his worst matchups, or actually all of his worst matchups, become a bit more even because of the nerfs in Pal. Like Sheik's down throw is like not killing you anymore. Fox up smash now up B is shorter and up smash is way weaker, and his crouch cancel game against Falco becomes much stronger because the weak down air, you can crouch cancel it easily into like down smash or a grab or something like that. I would say that's the biggest change for Falco's down air, the fact that you can't crouch cancel it rather than extending combos. Oh, nice. This matchup, the best strategy, I would say, a bit of a combination of Android and Mute King. I feel like Android has the best aggressive style against Peach in the world, and Mute King has the best defensive. One trick that a lot of Peach players is using a lot of times is floating with fair. I'm using it a bit less and less because a lot of people have started to punish me with like a F tilt, which is much faster than my forward air. But that's very good against basically any Peach, and I use it myself quite often still. And also with Sheik, when you do play aggressive, you have to be careful with your aerials because Sheik has very poor air mobility, which means Peach wave dash back to down tilt is very, very effective against that. And also, as you saw that there, Andrew was turning around with the up B, which allows him to like extend his edge guards and recoveries because of that. So that's also very good. Falcon did us today. Yeah, I guess we could do it at some point. I will play against Rocky tonight, and he's a Falcon main. So yeah, I could throw in some of these if you guys remind me when I'm up against Rocky. So yeah, sure. Don't expect too much of my Falcon though. Of the good characters, like in the top 8, except for Ices, he's probably my worst one. Even though Marth, Sheik, and Falcon himself is probably matchups I'm okay with Falcon. Oh. Oh my god, that was poking. Yeah, in the end, or not even in the end, right now Fox is already the best character, I would say. The character has the most options and also the best options. And a lot of time when you're playing like before you get the hit or hit someone. It is sort of a guessing game, and the more options you do have, the higher chance you have to escape, because your opponent have more guesses, like more options to pick from. So yeah, and also the fact that tons of these options creates such a huge advantage for him. So yeah, I would say he's the best now, and he's gonna be in the end. And this transformation is wrecking me.
Front page. Really?
Oh.
Front page. Skulle det vara front page då?
And yeah, as seeking this matchup, you also have to remember that your shield is actually pretty useful. Like, if Peach lands with a forward there against you, you don't have too much to be afraid of. Like, if you compare with a fast follower, the grab is pretty good after fair, because the fair is giving you a huge advantage on shield, but grab is not really connecting into anything against Sheik if you don't have your back towards the ledge and you are close by, because that removes DIing away and roll away. Oh, 2K viewers already? That's like 4 times better than my best viewership number since I got back to Sweden. I think I had like 800 or something when I did stream in America. So 2K, that's absolutely amazing, guys. I really appreciate the support. And I think we can continue doing it this way the entire week when Twitch is promoting us. Like, who would believe me if I 2 years ago said, oh, Twitch is gonna front page us when it's not even a tournament. Evo is gonna have like almost 1,000 people playing in the tournament. And after half a year of 2014, we will have like 25 100 plus tournaments. Like more than 100 entrants in 25 unique tournaments. No one would believe me if I said that 2 years ago. But that's like the reality right now, which is super cool. Oh damn, that's pretty close. Thanks a lot. Yeah, I'm super happy that I have the partnership from Twitch now. It's so hype, and I hope this stream and all the other streams will like promote Smash as a game way more. So that's gonna be great. Yeah, this year for Smash is absolutely amazing. That's like the biggest reason I got back into the game. Like, oh, Evo is like picking up, like bringing us back. MLG is picking us up for the first time since 2006 or something, I think. And everything else, you just saw the potential in this year. And I also moved by the end of last year, so now I live in an area with more people. And the documentary and Evo 2013 really hyped the game up, even in such a small city as R. So that's awesome. Oh, Ake was tweeting about it. That's cool. Yeah. For you guys that didn't know, Ake is like one of the best Dota 2 players in the world, and he was playing some friendlies with Ken not too long ago, like a month ago maybe. And he almost took a game of Ken. So, and he hasn't been playing in many years, so that's pretty good. He's a genius though when it comes to video games or computer games, all kind of games. In terms of location, that Smash is like the most popular in Sweden right now. It is in the 2 biggest cities in Sweden, especially Gothenburg, I would say, probably right now. That's the 2nd biggest city in Sweden. I'm from here, Android, Rocky and Solar also obviously, Kala W, Mike Hagar, and tons of new players. So it's pretty big. Also in Stockholm, it's sort of like a revival of melee, and then some other cities like all over the country, or at least the lower half. In the upper half, no one lives. Oh, those attacks. It's like playing against ice or something. Good shit. Die! Oh my god. Android know how to survive. That's for sure. Oh. And yeah, also in terms of this matchup, when it comes to stages, even though she can play a bit more defensive, I really like this stage. Especially in PAL, it becomes so hard for Sheik to kill Peach. And even if she can survive for a long time, as you saw Andrew doing last stock, Sheik's recovery is way more predictable. And Peach should try to recover high when it's possible, because grabbing the ledge with Peach, you don't have any good options up from the edge. Mute King did recommend me a new strategy to get up from the ledge though. If you release from the edge by pressing C-stick or something, I prefer the C-stick in this case. If you do it to the left or right, so you drop from the ledge and then air dodge right after, it's the fastest way to get back on stage. And since it's a very new option, or like no one is using it yet, it catch people off guard very often. In terms of other stages, I do not I think Sheik should play on Yoshi's or Fountain of Dreams against Peach. Like, I feel like Peach benefits more from having a lot of stage. She survives longer, obviously, and if Peach gets too cornered, that's something I think it's harder. Like, you don't have to play super aggressive, but just be kind of close and use your faster moves to your advantage. So my winning record on Yoshi's and FOD is probably the worst for this matchup. So yeah, that's the stages I would recommend, especially in PAL, because killing Peach, it becomes very important. And on Yoshi's you can kill Peach kinda early if you catch her off guard with like one DI that is like wrong or something. Yeah, Android is one of the upcoming players in Europe for sure. Like, he did take top 8 at Beast 3, top 8 at Beast 4, and 9th place at Republic of Fighters. He did take Leffen to game 5. One of the matches, I think he restocked Leffen, so that was very impressive. Like, I did way worse than that against Leffen that tournament. I took 1 game in 2 sets, and then Andre's like, oh, come on, bro. I could take 2 games in 1 set. Are you getting too old for the game? Okay, he didn't say that, but he should have. And then at Republic of Fighters, he was having the lead against Over Triforce, who plays like top 9 at Apex 2013. I think that's his biggest achievement. Andrew had like the lead the entire set until like the last stock or something in the 3rd game. So, yeah. Oh, damn. Yeah, that's also very good on this stage. But Andrew is the one using it the most. Sweet spot up smash through the platforms. And Android's special is to like crouch, baiting out the down smash. And so many Peaches is like, oh, I want to down smash you because I want to give you 70% for no reason. And Android's like, no, fuck you, I'll kill you for that. And that's how it goes. Oh yeah, wait 1 sec guys. Yep. Tjena. Yep. Är det inget game sound typ? Ja, okej. Ja, jag får kolla det snart då. Men annars kommer det vara mest som liksom, jag tror folk vill höra mest ändå. Yep. Ja, men tack för tipset. Tjo. Tack, detsamma. Tack för hjälpen. Tjo. Okay, sorry for that, guys. It was Lolex, the streaming guy. He was talking with me for a little bit about the stream. So yeah, sorry for the interruption. It won't happen again. No! Did you guys see that? No other Sheiks is doing that. Turning around with the up E. They would be like aiming the up E to the ledge. Or they would die because they would be turned in the wrong direction. So that removes rolling up in that scenario. Yeah, it's true. Almost no one know what I was saying there. Like, I guess if we have like 2k viewers, it's some Swedes on the stream. But by far the majority have no fucking idea. That's such a broken advantage, knowing 2 languages. I love it. Like, I remember playing teams with Aniolas, my older brother, like back in the day. And some Americans, when we were playing teams, they, you know, try to whisper. Not like I'm trying to hear what they are saying anyway. But you can notice they were like having the heads super close to the other one, trying to whisper in the ear. And me and Aniolas could be like, oh, we can yell whatever we want in Sweden. Like, we can tell you guys all the strategies, but you don't understand what we are saying. What up, bro? Yeah, Swedes need to be nerfed. We really do. Yeah, playing melee is fun. It's a lot of fun. Like, after I started to get back into it again, I was like, oh my god, this game is even better than I did remember, you know? I guess, like, if you haven't done anything with passion for a long while, once you get back to it, it feels much better. And you start to appreciate it a bit more. Yeah, but then imagine how many more people it is in America rather than Sweden. We have like 9 million people. So in average, if you say we have 2 great players, then it's like 1 per 2.4 million. America have like 7 or 8. That's like 4 times more, but you're like 50 times more people. So the average Swede is more broken. Lawyered. Shout out to Marshall from How I Met Your Mother. When I was in New York, I actually went to the pub that was like giving the inspiration for the show. It was kind of fun. Regarding that tournament you guys are asking about in Spain, it's a lot of people going there now actually. I'm going, Ice is going, Armada is going, no, over Triforce is going. Mentioned myself twice. No, I'm not that important. I think Stride Deheen is going, and then a lot of players like Fuzziness, Professor Pro, etc. was like on the interesting list. So it has potential to be pretty huge. And now I'm getting completely outplayed. Oh, partial down smash. No, I hate to refer to myself in third person. That was completely a mistake. But yeah, if we imagine it was 2 of me, it would be pretty cool for teams, I guess. But to be honest, me and Andrew would probably still be more insane because he's playing Sheik better than I do in teams. And as everyone that has been following me for some like for a bit of time, they know I love to team with Sheiks. Almost all of my teammates over the years have been Sheiks. Aniolas, Android, Mutaking, Ice, Over Triforce, Chris, and even some players like Smash89. He was playing Sheik the first time with team just because he knew I love to team with Sheik. So yeah, Mutaking would probably super free in Rock Paper Scissors. It's like this option is like winning every time if you beat someone, and then you can beat him like consistently for the rest of your life, because he's gonna be like, oh, rock is broken, it beat me once, I have to play with it every single time. And yeah, it's true, it beats Scissor every time, but what if I pull out the paper, dude? So much fun. The call out is real. Yes, the call out is real, and they will continue to be real on this stream. We don't hide the truth on this stream. Wait, Prague is teaching rock, paper, scissors? That sounds hella hype. He should learn me, because even though I did like make a joke about Mutaking, for some reason I lose more than I should in that game. Yeah, I started to stream like I think it was Tuesday last week, so it's still very new. And then I did stream twice while being in America this summer. So yeah, it's very new. Good shit. Pretty funny when we play this matchup. Like when I play against most of the top level Sheiks, they're like, oh, you can decide the pace of the match, you can do whatever you want, I'm trying to protect myself. But when we are playing, it's more like both want to have control of the stage and throw other moves in the other one's face. Like, fuck you, no, fuck you. That's way more fun. Yeah, I had a lot of fun being in America this summer. Like, so many people I haven't seen for a long while. Oh my god, met a lot of new friends. That was amazing, by the way. Being 21 in America for the first time, even though some stupid bitch like tried to complain about my ID not being American, but still. If I find Sakya bitch in one of the tournaments I am going to, honestly it's like $10,000 on the line. I will fucking leave the venue, go home. Most people might think I would go to bed and try to sleep, but I will only have nightmares for like probably 2 months. So I am not sure. I will probably take a little fairy tale, pretend like it never happened, and try to be happy for the rest of my life. Good shit. Yeah, that's the thing with Sheik's shield. Even, also, like, the grab is not connecting into much, and no, and if Peach is throwing out a down smash or anything like that, it will almost never poke the shield because Sheik has a super good shield. It's like Sheik and Peach. They have super good shield, both of them. Yeah, in a situation like that, the grab might work. I didn't get the punish there, but the fact that Android couldn't roll away the full length, it meant I could punish him for sure. But he tricked me with the roll. Like here. There I got the punish because Android, if he tried to roll away from me, he would just like got stopped by the ledge. Mutiking's Peach is very, very weird. He knows the icy matchup very well. Props for knowing one move in that matchup. That's all you need. Best matchup in the game. Except for that, I haven't seen Mutiking's Peach that much. We played like one Peach Ditto friendly this summer, which was pretty close. But I don't know. That's a very unique matchup, and a lot of the strengths Peach has, you can't really use them against Peach herself. Yeah, Mutiking is more of like a counterpick player for sure. And the first character I played seriously would probably be my first tournament main, and that would make it Peach. Yeah, I did main Pikachu as my first casual character, and then Marth and Sheik. Then I had like Peach for 2 tournaments before I went back to Marth. I played him for about 1.5 years, and then I went back to Peach again. When I realized that my Peach was still, you know, better than my Marth for some reason, or at least on the same level. And I started to figure out a lot of new tactics with the character. And I saw some Americans like Court and stuff. They did play pretty good with Peach in America. They sure did. But with all the new tactics I found, I was like, if they can play this well without this stuff, I started to ask myself, shouldn't it be possible for me to like reach the top with this character? Like, this probably is my character, you know? I always had a goal to become the best. Oh my god. But that was when I really started to ask myself, like, this might be the character for me. And I decided to play some more. And in March 2007, the last time I placed below top 4, I got 5th. Call of W 4-stuck me one game on that tournament. 4-stuck me. It was my Samus though. I did play the Peach in that set too, but he was like beating my Peach so easily back then. But yeah, anyway, he beat me 3-1. 3 weeks later I beat him 3-2, coming back from being down 2-0. And then 3 weeks later I won 3-0. And I was like, in 6 weeks I got from getting 4-stuck to beating him 3-0. I was like, oh my god, where is this gonna land? Like, me and Peach, we can do this together. No, oh fuck, I thought you would batter me. And yeah, that's basically how it started. Show you guys your Kirby. I guess that's something for Rocky as well. Or maybe Solar. Kirby against Spaces and Brinstar is actually pretty fun. Like doing downers to lava, downers to lava. It's like a weird version of Smash 64 when Kirby actually looks kind of legit. Shoutouts to Brinstar for being the coolest stage in the game. Had 100%. And for everyone that is new tuning into the stream or like watching Smash maybe for the first time ever, when I was walking up from the ledge and I had above 100%, you might notice I'm walking up a bit slower, and that's only percent based. 100% or more, you go walk up from the ledge slower. In terms of my Kirby, it actually is some matches from 2010, I think. It was a low tier tournament in Germany. I did lose winners finals 3-2 against K-Jab, but then I came back and won 6-1 in grand finals, I think. And then I'm also playing as Vilnius and lose the final, and he gets ceiling glitched through the lava, and it's recorded. It's so much fun. Poor Luigi. It's like they invented seal glitch to wreck Luigi. Like, come on guys. Luigi was already in the shadow of Mario in all the games, almost. Like, please don't do it to him again. He's not a bad person, or a bad character, or whatever. I haven't decided teammates for tournaments yet, but I will promise you guys, me and Android, we will team at least one more time in America. Like Evo 2013, when we did team, we took 4th. But to be fair, like that was right before Android started to improve a lot, and I also was retired, so my shape wasn't like nearly as good as now. I'm convinced we can win a tournament for sure. The team Hungerbox would be the hardest, I guess, but my Fox starts to get better, so, and I think me and Android probably have like the best synergy, or like me and Aniolas have the same kind of synergy, but Android is like better in singles overall, which makes a lot of the time Android is, you know, trying to do something, and a lot of times when Aniolas is trying to do something, Android comes out on top more times because he's a bit better. And that's very important in teams. Yeah, in terms of teams, like team synergy, I've been watching Smash forever, basically. And Android in teams, oh my god. That's all I'm saying. Oh my god. It describes everything. And for anyone that might be like, no, I haven't never seen Android, he's European, Swedish, whatever, please go and watch Android and Solar versus Thomas and Vigard and watch those saves. I challenge anyone to beat those saves, even in like friendlies, and consistently doing it. Oh, nice. No. Andrew knew the cloud would be there, so for anyone that might be like, oh, why did it hit him? He was dead. The cloud appears on 45, 25, and 05 on the left stage, like you can see there, and 55, 35, and 15 on the right side. So in a matter of 2 seconds, we're gonna see Randall. Oh, I got saved. I air dodged before he showed up, and I still survived. Which, this game is so awesome. But yeah, let's continue to play. Imagine if I actually missed the cloud there, I would look like such an idiot. I just realized. I would look like such an idiot. Here I'm sitting, Twitch promoting me, supposed to be a professional smasher, and I might have died from such a stupid mistake. Yeah, it's like in between 4 and 5, yeah, I agree. So it's more like 54-ish, 55. Yeah, oh my god, muting and losing his controller after MLG. I have never seen that guy so angry in my entire life. And while some other people like try to cheer him up and like, oh, we'll find it, or like, just get a new controller, I was like, oh my god, no. Don't stand in this guy's way. He's on a mission. He loved his controller to death, even though he for some reason lost it. I guess love can be a complicated thing. Oh, good catch. Oh my god, 3K viewers now? This community is too amazing. Yeah, give me like four or five more games with Peach, and I'm gonna throw no, or maybe not 4 or 5, because the plan was to play approximately with 1 hour with Android, then 1 hour with Rocky or Solar, and then the last one, and then rotate again. So yeah, I'll play 1 more with Peach after this, and I can play the Fox. It's a matchup I like kinda much as well. Cheek. No! That's a very good thing. A lot of players, especially these days, when they are cornered around the ledge, they are like, oh, I have to get back center stage. I have to get back center stage. Like all the time. It's like they're having addiction to center stage. Like look at them playing. It's rolling in, always trying to find a way in. Like the easy way out. Hope your opponent can't read you for shit. But you see some players like Andrew is doing there. He's like, oh, I'm gonna fight my way back in. I don't fucking care if you're a wall. I will fucking punch you. I will fucking kill you. And it hits me. That's how it is, guys. Sometimes you have to mix it up. And these transformations, I don't like them. The needle delayed me. Except for that time. It was actually pretty cool. Oh no, I did not expect that. Yeah, my English at Genesis 1, oh my god. I almost failed English in elementary school in 9th grade. In 8th grade I actually should have received an F. But it's only 9th grade. The grades matter, but still, then traveling for Smash made me improve. I would say I'm about average for my age nowadays, so that's a bit better. But back then, people were, you know, trying to say things. And I remember it was someone that said like, oh, Armada, he's such a quiet and shy guy. And I was like, I understood that, but it was like no point in telling them that, because I couldn't really explain myself or like, you know, be the person I actually am. So nowadays, when I've been traveling so much, even though I'm not a native speaker and I do make some errors in like talking and writing, it's okay these days, and people understand me, so I can't complain. And I guess when I will stream for you guys, like a lot of times, I'm gonna keep practicing the English, so I learn more Smash and I learn English even better, and I can communicate with you guys much better. So I guess everyone wins. Oh my god, that was a good edge guard and roll up, of course. Yeah. Yeah, Andrew missed it there, but the up B into the turnip is pretty good. Like the explosion from the up B, it basically makes the turnip bounce an extra time, like to the location she currently is at, so you can get another uppie. Marth can do the same with fair and then an uppie into the turnip, because the hitbox is still out there and the fair is making the turnip bounce. Moonwalk with Peach, fastest way to take the ledge, guys, if you don't have a turnip. Oh, nice. When Sheik is coming from above, Peach dash attack is very good, but you have to be kind of precise. Like, the more Sheiks have been playing against you, the more they will notice they have to like go a bit lower, or... Oh my god, the thunderstorm here is real. If someone is having contact with the weather god, please tell him to make it stop. I don't want to have a blackout. Wait, are you referring to the Swedish drink like that we have during the winter that is called Julmust? If that's the case, I don't drink it that much. That kind of soda, I'm not that big of a fan of it, but like to the Christmas food on the Christmas table, yeah, it is pretty good. But except for that, I don't drink it often. So maybe 5 or 6 times a year. Or no, actually we have it on the Easter as well. It's basically the same thing. So maybe 10 times a year. No, I don't have any plans to learn another language. Learning this one was already hard enough. And over here we start learning Swedish when we're approximately 8 to 10 years old. And it's also much easier to learn it because of games, music, TV series. And oh my fucking god, no Sheik would have been going for that. That was fucking sexy. If I can beat Mango in a drinking contest, did you ever hear that guy came to Sweden and did drink 2 beers and then he was basically done? That's what I saw. I'm not sure, maybe it's hard to perform when you're out of country. I guess I should know because I've been out of country so many times, but I will let him talk for himself. Nah, I'm just kidding. Even though he did feel a bit, you know, fucked up after the flight and stuff, which I can understand. But it would be hype. Actually, after Super Sweet, which was the tournament that this famous Armada mango picture is from, which had like 1,000 likes or something on Facebook, which is very weird, but yeah, still. We were drinking a beer and we were about to take a sip, and I started to drink for a bit, and I'm like, Mango's taking a very, very long sip. And he continues to drink. So I'm like, okay, I'm not gonna stop. I'm not gonna stop before he's gonna stop. And we have like half a liter beer each, or even more maybe. And he never stops. So I'm like, okay, let's finish this fucking beer. And we both finish it within a few seconds. And everyone's like, oh, what the fuck happened? And some people missed it. But yeah, it was very fun. And then I think we tried to make fun of Mutaking for not being able to do it. In a funny way. Mutaking is a cool guy and a good friend. Yeah, Sheik in PM is actually kinda bad. But it's more like because every other character is so good. Like Sheik and Marth, I feel like Sheik, Marth, and Peach around that level, sort of. I feel like it's very, very good design overall. Like Isis and Falcon is, yeah, them too. Yeah, I'm gonna do a Captain Falcon best of 3 with Rocky later on when it's his turn on the stream. Oh fuck, sorry, I forgot about playing Fox after one more game, so I'm gonna pick Fox after this one. But yeah, me and Rocky, we will do some Captain Falcon dittos. It's not gonna happen, but imagine if I did a triple knee into Falcon Punch. I'll become the most famous smasher on earth for sure. Like, Mute King is having some Falcon Punch clips, like most of you guys have probably seen. And if you haven't, you should check them out. But if I do a triple knee to Falcon Punch, oh my god. I can say Wombo Combo, where are you at? Waffles is gonna make a return to commentate just based on that combo. Yeah, Andrew, he was pretty happy with that one, but that was not only a victory, it was destruction on the last stock. Then you are allowed to smile, then you should smile. That's so good with Fox. Every time like someone is trying like to tech, you can react and go for a grab or something, or whatever you want basically. Yeah, Fox Sheik is actually pretty hard, especially on FD and Pokemon. I would say that's the worst thing for Sheik against Fox. Like if you play a best of 5, you have 2 stages which is like super hard. Like some Foxes might complain about, oh, I have to play FD versus Marth, which I think is not as bad as most people say. And I base it on the fact that I've been playing as the best Marth, aka Mute King, over the summer quite a bit in that matchup on that stage. But whatever. Sheik has 2 super hard stages. And in a best of 5, if you would lose game 1, that's an uphill for sure. I'm not saying it's an auto win or anything, but it's hard. Yeah, I'm saying the same, Huge King. I don't think Fox is like bad on FD versus Marth. I think Marth is winning by a slight margin, but it's not bad. But if someone playing a character is used to having advantage, something that is so slightly in your opponent's favor, it will look very bad and it will feel very bad because you're used to having so much. It's like you take the richest guy on the earth and then you give him like 20k a month. It's not little money, but for him it will be like, oh my god, I used to be the richest man on the earth and now I have nothing, even though it's way more than most people earn in a month. Richest man on the earth. No, that fucking reminds me of Dakapon Kingdom. Oh my god, never played that game, guys. It takes 100 hours. 100 hours for one round. Imagine how many Smash matches you can play in 100 hours. Oh my god. It really makes me realize how much time people are wasting. Or actually, wasting time is more based on what you like. But still, I hate the game, so it would be wasting time for me. Oh.
Nice save.
No, I almost got it. Obviously, Lolex is loving Dakapon Kingdom. That guy, he loves everything that takes forever. Munchkin is another story. this board game is taking like 8 hours, and sometimes you might be on level 1 even though you played perfectly, and you're like, what? I'm punished for playing correctly? I'm punished even if I played smarter than my opponents? So yeah, no. Oh my god. Oh, good shit. Yeah, I would agree with that analyze. PP is better versus floaties, and the Ditto and Mute King is better versus spaces. I do think the gap for them versus floaties is starting to decrease. Mute King has actually improved quite a bit, at least against Peach with Marth. I haven't seen him against Path in forever, to be honest. With Marth. Oh, I almost killed you at 75. In PM, I only play Pit basically, so I'm gonna go with that character. I don't practice the game or anything, so I play it at tournaments, and then Pit is my main. I did play Fox for quite a bit at the Texas tournament this summer, but that was only for teams. I do remember Ivysaur is kind of fun, like in one of the earlier updates, but he was so amazing. Like the backer, it was like they were looking at Puff and they were thinking, nah, that backer is kind of bad. It has such a small range. We should have a move with twice as long range, and the move would probably be okay. We'll probably not play so much teams today. We might add it at some point later on. I was hyping up me and Android for a bit earlier. Android's regular teammate is Solar though, but yeah, let's see. We'll do the singles first, and then we'll see what everyone is feeling like after a few hours more of singles. Oh my god, I wanted to pivot. In terms of the PM developers, I don't think it was like that stupid to nerf characters. Like Fox, for example, this is PAL. This is like a nerfed version of the PM Fox overall. Or actually not, the lasers actually got weaker after a while. But still, the character is fine. It's nothing wrong with like Fox, for example, in PM. So, and they probably did not want everyone to play the same characters again, which is very easy for people to pick up at the beginning, because that's what they know from the previous game. So I don't blame them at all on that point. It's more like they did make a lot of other characters too good. Probably also because they wanted people to play new characters, to making them super good would like be a great reason to pick them up. Because tons of people want to win tournaments, and good characters means you have a better chance of winning. Oh my god. And yeah, you're dead. In terms of float cancel and WM cancel with Peach, I recommend float cancel every single day of the week. Even if the week was 14 days, I would still say every day of the week. It's like WM cancel is better like sometimes against lagging moves and shield. which is not like an aerial. Because if you double jump, you will stay on the ground, and then you can do a down smash, for example. So that's pretty good. And also double jump to a platform is faster than waveland down to a platform, so you can do a move faster. But that's the only times I recommend double jump. I don't play Peach in Project M because I think it's boring to play the same character, like my main character, in 2 games. Especially if the character is like very, very similar. If I want to play Peach, I play Melee. If I do not want to play Peach, I want to play something else. Then I can play PM, Smash 64, or whatever. So that's the reason. And yeah. In terms of Fox and Falco in PAL in NTSC, I think Fox is better regardless of version. The gap is obviously smaller in PAL because Fox is more nerfed than Falco, but Fox is still like, he's having all of these options on stage. He's still as fast and he still kills super well. So regardless of version, Fox is the better one. Oh no. Sheik is the best character in the game, was always flawed. The thing is, Sheik was discovered very early. We did have like Captain Yak, for example. We had KDA and Amsa afterwards. Then we had the Mewtwo King, starting to play a bit more Sheik after a while. But yeah, especially like Captain Yak and Amsa and KDA, like those 3, that was more of the early days of people that consistently were using Sheik. People probably say Sheik is like 4 in the game because I don't think the matchups against Space is that horrible. She's losing for sure, and I've been saying it for quite some time, but they are not that horrible, and the most characters below Sheik is having equally as hard, or about the same at least, and they are doing worse against everything else. No. Yeah, CJ is amazing. Funny thing is that Captain Yak is one of the few players that has a positive score against me. He did beat me twice in 2008. It was like 1.5 years before I went to America. Yeah, Leffen did beat me pretty solidly at Roth. We did only play 1 friendly now when I get back from America, and I did beat him that match. But yeah, I feel like in terms of results, you need to do it more consistently to like have more solid evidence. No. No, I wanted to back her. Mistake there. Up smash is way weaker in this version, so unless it kills, I think Nair is better. Because if I Nair Sheik, she's gonna go off stage kind of far away without getting too high, you know, in the air. So that way I can edge guard her way easier. So that's the reason. Like in terms of punishing your opponent, you always want to like take the combo or hit as far as possible. If possible, you want to kill them. But if that's not something you can do, you want to have like the best possible position compared to your opponent. And up smash someone when they're not gonna die is not as good as having them off stage in a lower position. Like that's way better than sending him up in the air, because now I can do this again. And he's dead. Most people would have up smashed and been giving the Sheik a way better opportunity to recover. Oh, nice. Yeah, I can ask Android about the up smash reads, but I'm pretty sure it's gonna be because of the down throw. So the stream is asking you, Android, why you go for a lot of up smashes, like more than the average Sheik. It seems like they're thinking. Do you have an explanation for that?
Yeah, it's more like when I take chase some spaces, it usually be like instead of just take chase up to 60, 70, then like up smash helped me to make a combo like around 40, 50. Then it start like fly or like.
Yeah, you wanna.
I can do something about it, like do a combo from it.
Yeah, you wanna get the combo earlier. That makes sense. And also the fact that down throw is very different in PAL makes it harder to tech chase, right?
Yeah. So that's why I don't really like to rely on tech chase like the whole stock. I like to tech chase some and then like get them in the air and start to make some combos from it.
Yeah, I understand completely. The tech chase in PAL is approximately 3 times as hard as in PAL, I would say.
So yeah, maybe I use it a little too much, but I like it pretty much. That's it again.
And yeah, also in terms of your tournaments in America, Android, do you feel excited to like possibly go back in the future?
Yeah, I have actually thinking about that. And I think like 1 year from now I will be able to come back, and next time I will show them. I will show I'm not as bad as it was like on Evo.
Okay, you heard it here first, guys. In hopefully 1 year, Andrew will be back and he will kick you guys' asses. So you better be practicing starting now. Now. I know I will. I'm already practicing. No! Apex 2015 might be too soon, or do you think it's a possibility of going there, Android?
There is actually a possibility. I think I will actually. I can do it.
That's cool. So, Android might go to Apex 2015.
There is like, yeah, I can actually go to Apex.
Yeah, money is always a thing when you travel to other countries. I also try to help Android whenever I can. Like over the years, I've been paying for some of the traveling, food, etc. Like, as brothers, you have to stick together. So don't be that brother or sister or whatever that doesn't care about your siblings. Take care of them. It's your responsibility, especially if you're the older one. Yeah, in terms of subscribe to the channel and stuff, a lot of people were asking yesterday because I said the sub button would be up by today, which it is. Very happy about that. They were asking me like, yo, Armada, why should we subscribe to your channel? And yeah, that can be a pretty good question. Why should you subscribe to my channel? Why should you subscribe to anyone's channel? So I was thinking about this for quite a while, and I want to make this stream huge. I have a lot of plans. The people reading my Reddit post probably have a pretty good understanding of what I want to do. This week, on Friday most likely, because I'm going home on Saturday because my little brother is having his birthday, not Android, another one of my brothers. So on Friday I'm gonna post my first official Smash guide. It's gonna be amazing. It's gonna be a lot of information. It's gonna be video examples of how to play, stuff to think about from both characters' perspective. These guides will obviously take a lot of my time, so subscribers and like helping the stream running well, it will be very, very good for sure. Also for subscribers only, I will have in the future that subscribers only can win net play sessions against me for probably approximately 1 hour. And during this hour you can ask me to play whatever character you want me to play. Maybe you have this Fox or Falco player from your area who is always giving you trouble in tournaments and you want to beat them badly. And if you practice against me, I can tell you for sure, your chances is gonna increase by beating them. So that's also a pretty good chance, especially if you live far away from me, because it's not like I'm gonna be in your city all the time. I'm traveling all the time, so yeah. I'm also gonna have subscribers only can send in. It's gonna be like lottery, so not everyone at once can do it, obviously, because if we say in the future I have like 250 subscribers maybe, I can't play all of them in 1 week. That isn't enough time. I think you guys understand that. But anyway, let's go forward. Analyzing sets will also be a thing I do for a lot of my subscribers. You can send in your sets, like a best of 5 or 2 best of 3s or whatever, and you're basically asking me to teach you what you should have done better as a player in the matchup specifically, what to look out for, what to change for next time, and all of that. So I want to have a stream with like obviously a lot of viewers, and I will do my best to feel like you guys feel it's worth it to subscribe to my channel, follow my channel, and keep up with all of it. So that's some of the plans. Also, the stream, that's maybe not subscribers only, but at least for followers. But it makes it easier for me this if I have subscribers. I can put it that way. But I will have guests from other countries in Europe visiting me. I've already decided with at least 2 smashers from Europe in September coming to my place. Melee and PM will be played, both of them. And I might even have a 3rd guest in September. All 3 of them from different countries. All of them play different characters in Melee, and PM will also be played. So we will have a lot of regular good content on the stream. And sometimes I might, offer some of the people coming to my place from other countries, pay a little bit for their ticket, like making it possible for them to travel. Because if they're coming to my stream and help me promote this stream, of course they should get something, right? And I can be like, yeah, if you have like a $50 ticket, let me ship in with 25 or something, like make it fair. Everyone that wants to come to like my place is welcome. I'm very, very busy usually. Like, I was trying to make up some plans today, like catch up with family and stuff like that. And I realized I have like basically 5 or at most 7 days until November when I'm like free. But everyone can like contact me and we might be able to figure something out. But in terms of visiting me, it needs to be like planned beforehand for sure. But so yeah, in terms of subscribe to the channel, you will get these benefits at some point for sure. I will try to have as many analyzing and net play sessions as possible. So you feel like it's very good. And I think we'll have it on stream sometime, like maybe we say Nintendo Player 65, he subscribes to my channel and he is one of the many happy winners of the lottery. I can have like the analyze on stream. So a lot of people can see like how I'm doing my work, how I'm like what I'm looking for, why I'm looking for it, what I suggest instead, because a lot of people have the same problem. So even if I maybe don't have time to analyze your set this specific day, you might be able to learn a lot anyway. So that's hype. And for everyone that has subscribed already, huge thanks to all of you. Or donated, or anything like that. Or even tuned in. All of you guys are awesome. Like more than 3k viewers. Oh my god. I was talking with Yapi a bit earlier and I was like, yeah, I'll go and stream like 30 minutes. It's gonna be hype. I hope I can reach a lot of viewers. Like I was having like 500 the most since I got back. And I was like, yeah, I hope I can get up to like 1,000. And I have more than 3,000. It's incredible. When I do not play Smash, it's obviously it takes most of my time nowadays, especially since I started to stream recently. But I like to follow sports. I don't do it too much nowadays, but I like to do it. And then mostly try to catch up with friends that is not connected with the Smash community. It's a bit hard when you do so much traveling as I do to like keep up with everyone. And then yeah, like I like to go out and drink and party and stuff like that, so that happens kind of often as well. So yeah, it's mostly it. Games in general, sports, and catch up with friends. Oh, I thought I was dead there. But yeah, I think after this one we're gonna do one more match, me and Android, and then we're gonna see who the next challenger is. Rocky or Solar. Who do you guys think is ready? Do you think Rocky's gonna like try to get him first, or will Solar come here and play with me first? It's gonna be hype regardless. Oh, good DI. Sub hype! All of you. So good. Thanks, guys. Like, to be honest, during the year I was retired, I was, working for quite a bit. And even before that, I was like, I don't really like this fact that you have to work 8 to 5. I understand why, like, almost everyone has to do it, the society has to go around, we have old people to support, and all of that. But the thing is, we live once. Are you supposed to spend 40 hours a week doing something you hate? I was like, nah, that's not anything for me. I think it's important to like what you do, right? So I was like, after a while now when I started to play again, I was still searching for a job for a long while. But I was like, what if I start to stream? What if people actually like the fact that I am streaming and I could make some money of it, and with those money and the tournament money, maybe if I could make a living at this, then I would love my job. I could decide my own hours of playing. How awesome isn't that? I can tell you guys, that would be amazing. More than amazing. It would be like the best job ever. Yes, think of the old people, guys. What would our society be like if it wasn't for other peoples to build it up for us? No. Yeah, the Mute King like, but actually I like it. I get to travel to a lot of different places. Like, to be honest, I feel very, very lucky about that. A lot of times my family has been asking, you know, about all the places I've been traveling to. And I've been in America 10 times already. And I'm 21, and my first time I traveled there, I was 16. So it's approximately twice a year. So that's fucking amazing. And then like every other country I've been to, I've been getting the chance to see more places than almost anyone at my age. I get the chance to see and meet so many people, which is also amazing. And I earn money on doing what I love the most. Who can complain about that? No one. But yeah, okay. This is the last match for me and Android. And then one of Solar and Rocky is gonna join me next. Oh my god. Android, he wants to win this last match. I can feel it. Completely wrecked. I want to wave him down. No. Favorite place to eat in America in terms of junk food is probably Five Guys. But I have never been going to like a super fancy restaurant or anything. No. The thing is, I do like some stuff about America for sure, but the food culture is not one of them. It's like, hey dude, you're super fat, you should drink a soda and eat a burger for $50. And you're like, okay, cool, that's no money, I should buy it. And then you turn fatter and fatter and fatter, and then you will probably end up being the biggest loser. Who the fuck wanna be the biggest loser? Even if you win the tournament, it's like, no. And yeah, it's no hate towards these people, by the way, if someone was taking it wrong. I feel sad if people like if you have bad economics and the cheapest option is also like the unhealthy options, then I feel bad for like you. A lot of times people have the choice to like skip the food, but if you don't have the money and it is the cheapest option, then yeah, I can sympathize with you for sure. It's more like the government and stuff should like change the taxes from healthy products and unhealthy products. But yeah, that was my matches against Android. Pretty good games, I would say. I hope you guys were watching, like, clearly learning Peach versus Sheik and Fox versus Sheik for a bit. I did talk about the Sheik-Peach matchup for quite a bit. I can probably elaborate more about Fox Sheik later on. Android will be back on stream later on, but we will have another challenger next on deck. But yeah, thanks for the matches, Android, and we'll play some more later. So yeah, Android is gonna send in the next challenger, who is up for facing the hidden boss. So yeah, did you guys like the games? Any Sheik mains that feel like, oh my god, I learned so much about the Sheik-Peach matchup? Because if you're watching clearly, you really should have learned something. Yeah, me playing against myself would be a bit hype. I remember back in the day when I was playing with this matcher called C, and he was like, oh my god, if you played against yourself one day, you would understand how frustrating this game is for a lot of us. And I was like, damn, I don't want to play when it's frustrating. So yeah. And yeah, let's see who is coming in. I think Rocky and Solar is finishing a game. They should be here within a minute. Gotta take some water. It's exhausting playing. And yeah, it's gonna be a short commercial break when we are waiting for this next challenger anyway. It's gonna only be for a little while, and then we'll be right back into it. Mer än 3000, typ 3 och 5. I have actually never played PlayStation All-Stars, so I don't have a main. And Mario Party will probably be in stream at some point. Lolex, his sister, and a Swedish smasher called Dev. We all love Mario Party to death, so it will probably be at some point if, you know, enough people want to see it. So yeah, it's gonna be hype. Mario Party combos, that's some real shit.
September.
Awesome. And yeah, we'll start to play now again. Solar, Fox player, obviously. Android's regular teammate. Was playing also pretty close with Over at Republic of Fighters, right?
Yeah,
if I'm not mistaken.
I took the first game.
Yeah, I took the first game.
He beat me like 2 stock and then 2 stock, I think.
Okay. But yeah, it was still pretty solid. I think it was the mistake of counterpicking FD versus Over, right?
Yeah, seriously, that guy is super good on FD.
Yeah, that's like his favorite stage.
Yeah.
Now you know that for next time.
Yeah.
So next time he's gonna.
That's my favorite stage against Sheik, but not against Over, I guess.
Yeah.
I won on Dreamland, and then he beat me really hard on FD.
Yeah. Yeah, he has a very tech chase based style Sheik for sure.
Okay.
But yeah.
Rumble.
I guess we can change this, or actually, Solar. No, Lolex, if you're watching, change Android's name to Solar, so we can get right back into it. Thank you. Oh my god, your bear was beating my upper. Either you were incredibly fast or I was a bit slow there.
I don't know. Shit.
Yay! That's a pretty cool turret. I was using it a lot back in like 2008 or something, and people started to like figure it out, and like it became a bit less viable. But then after a while, when I was like starting to use it again, a lot of people had never seen it, and I was like, okay, sure, like let's do it once in a while. That's an important thing. Even if something is not like super good, oh no, all the times, you have to mix it up, regardless of game, sport, or whatever. Good shit. Die. And no, I think Young is not the character I'm gonna use against Hungrybox next time. Maybe like on one stage or something. Like some stages is clearly better and worse in certain matchups. So maybe, but it's not gonna be a full-time solution from now on. That's for sure. But who knows? He might show up like one game or something. I feel like switching character mid-set can also be like pretty good because people have a harder time adapting. I feel like that's also one of the biggest benefits for Mute King when he's playing against a lot of people. Oh my god.
What the fuck?
Yeah, I think you were up smashing my jab hitbox.
Yeah, probably.
Die!
Damn.
Yes! What if Hungrybox go Fox? Please, guys. I pray for that to happen. I pray for it to happen. I hope it's happening. It will never happen again, though. Regarding MacD's Peach Guide, I still haven't been having the time to watch it. I was waking up kinda late today, like maybe 1:45 p.m. Because Pontus was taking a very late train home yesterday, so I decided to stay awake. And today I've been working on a lot of stuff. Starting a little bit with the guide. I was talking with the Twitch guys, talking with my family, setting up some plans for the weekend. So it's a lot of stuff happening. Let's put it that way. So I haven't been having the time to do that yet. No. Oh, I should have gone for the down air. And I think as most of you guys could see there, shield drop is amazing. It's more than amazing. It's like changing the entire meta game. It's like instead of being in a super bad position, like in a defensive option when you can't really do much from shield with a lot of characters. Like imagine Falcon, for example. He has pretty poor out of shield options. What can he do? Jump with stomp? Not so fast. Roll? Super unsafe because you're not even throwing out a move. So at best you get away with a roll. But if you do a shield drop, you can like super fast, like 1 frame or something. After you do the shield drop, you can just attack. So you go from a super poor option to like a pretty good one. So that's something everyone should learn.
For sure.
For sure.
Yeah, I need to learn it. I still haven't learned it for some reason.
Yeah, it's more recently a lot of players have like started to, you know, think about picking it up, because in the beginning, as a lot of, you know, new tech skill, it's seen as gimmicks because no one has been using it before.
Yeah,
like
just look at the best players.
Yeah, that's the thing. Top players have too much control. They can be like, oh, this thing would be technically, if you think about it this way, if something goes super bad against like, well, let's say Falco, and people knew about it, if he did never like tell people about it or use it in game, it would probably take so much more time before people realized it. And yeah, it was like having nothing to do with PP specifically. I was using him as an example here. It could be anyone. And the fact that top player is not using a technique doesn't necessarily mean it's not reliable to use in tournament or too hard to learn or anything like that. It might also be like they want to focus on other parts of the game style, or they might be just completely wrong. Just because you're good at the game doesn't mean you know everything. Oh. Yeah, I'm gonna change the Android tag to Solar very soon. Sorry guys, I thought Lolix was still on the stream. Yeah, I think it's Androids. It was like Android cell phone started to ring, and it was a song from Miles Edgeworth, the prosecution game, the first one. And I was like, oh my god, did my computer just start to play the game? Because I finished the second case in the game series a few hours before I started to stream. And I was like, what the fuck? And I looked at my computer and nothing was there. I was like, oh my god. But yeah, it was just a cell phone. Yeah, the upper strings Fiction is talking about is falling uppers, because then you can't smash the eye. And the fact you are doing the upper when you are falling means you are gonna connect to the ground earlier, which also means you can jump again faster, and a lot of times you get in at least one extra upper. I'll play Peach for a bit first, but then later on I will play some Fox Studios with Solar, and you will see exactly what I'm talking about. And that's something super good. In the 4 stock, with Leffen versus PP from MLG, when Leffen 4 stocks PP game 1, I don't care about it being a JV4 because he took an SD there. But anyway, you can see Leffen doing those full jump uppers and falling with them, and that's basically it. It just, in a lot of cases, I get the opportunity to throw in another 1 or 2 more than he did in that specific combo. Roy versus Peach, I think that matchup is basically crouch cancel only with Peach, and then once you have like higher percents, the only thing he can do is either counter or F smash, and F smash is not gonna work because the tipper is not hitting you, and unless you get hard read, like he's reading you hardly, you're not gonna die except for a counter, and that's, no, it's not a reliable tactic, so the matchup is not worth it to play. I honestly have no clue how Roy would ever be able to beat like any of the good characters. Oh fuck. And now it's changed. Thank you. Yeah, the sub button got up today. I think Twitch wanted to like, now when like the stream is pretty new, the Smash Week is starting, they wanted to time it for that maybe. I don't know if that was like secretly intentional or not, but it's up now and it will remain that way. Oh wait, it's still Android?
Yeah, I think we need to change it.
Yeah, but I'm pretty sure Lolix can do it as well. Or maybe he can't.
No, I don't think it can actually.
Okay.
Because I think you need the program to do it. Or maybe. I don't know.
Yeah, okay. Let's just change it after this match then. Yeah, the front page is Twitch is gonna do it basically all week with several of Smashers. So it's not just me, but I'm obviously super happy, and it feels great starting off the week in this promotion week. So that's very cool. Smash 4, obviously, the game is not out yet, so I do think the game has potential. They know what they should be doing, they know what they can be doing, they know a lot of stuff we do like. They got a lot of feedback during the invitational from the 16 Smashers that would like pick to play in the tournament. I would not be surprised if the people that was going to the DS tournament, which Larry was winning, I'm not surprised if they also got the chance to like give some feedback about the game. So I think the game has a lot of potential, and I do think Nintendo of America wants to like give us that to a certain extent, not exactly as we would like it to, maybe, but I do think, yeah, Nintendo of America wants it to, but we just have to pray that Sakurai, that the Smash community was giving such a big impact on Sakurai on the Invitational, that he feels like, yeah, I really created something great. People love my game, and I should be giving them what they want to. Because just think about it. It doesn't matter like how big something is if they doesn't have the viewers or the people buying their stuff. Like, who would give a fuck about, you know, the people creating the cell phone, the computer, or anything? If people did not think it was a good idea and supported it from the start, or supported it at all, it doesn't matter how good the idea would be in practice, or like in theory, if it doesn't work in practice. It's like when you're watching a TV show or something and you're like, oh my god, this show is amazing. And what happens when a show is amazing? It will probably have a lot of followers, people will start, you know, watching it, continue to watch it, and they're like, oh my god, we're earning so much money from this show. And then after a time, some people are like, oh, we should just milk the concept, we can just earn money and just throw some shit out. And it works for quite some time, but then eventually people will be like, no, we did everything we could to support you guys, you earn a shit ton of money on this, and you're basically throwing shit in our face. Why should we still support you? That's why I think you should treat your follow base very well, because without them you would not, you know, reach the money or the goals or whatever you had as like your vision. Yes, One Tree Hill season 7 and 8 is way worse, but then they somehow made a comeback for season 9, which makes me think that yeah, I can't really spoil. I won't spoil if anyone in the chat is watching the series, but it was a key factor, I think, that made season 7 and 8 worth. But I can't really talk about it. But How I Met Your Mother is a good example. Like, it was so good the first 3 or maybe 4 seasons, and then after that it was like, what happened? Barney was the coolest character in any show ever, and then he became some sort of lame guy. Like, why? Yeah, How I Met Your Mother is great, but the average episode was way worse after season 4 or something like that. I don't remember exactly when it started to go downhill. And yeah, in terms of this matchup from Peach point of view, one of the most common problems for a lot of Peaches is laser camping. That can be very, very hard to deal with. Fox is faster, he racks up damage, so eventually you have to hit him because you can't just wait there. You will be like having 100% faster than you realize it. So that's hard. Something I can recommend to like deal with it a bit better is if you're having a turnip when he's cornered around the ledge, at least you remove some of the options he had. Like see there, I was hitting him with a turnip, he was stuck in hit stun, and now I almost had an opportunity to kill him, and he's still stuck in a bad position. But anyway, the turnip, you can basically cut off one of his options, and it makes it harder for him to escape. It's like not a dead end for Fox, he can still escape, but at least you make him work harder for it. So sometimes like take your time, like maybe he will hit you with another 4 or 5 lasers, but you will be there in a better position than just run in and pray to God that you will hit him without the turnip, or like that you will hit him without the help of the turnip, because that's the most important thing here. The turnip doesn't necessarily have to hit, it's more like reducing the options so you have a higher % chance to like hit him afterwards. Yeah, the trigger trick, yeah, I agree. I should and I will start doing it. Usually when it's a new technique, I like to, you know, practice it on my own for a while before I start to implement it in games. And it's still a lot of stuff going on. So except for like when I stream for you guys, I haven't really been playing. I will really try at some point very soon to sit down alone and just practice power shields over and over, and then start to implement it in my game. But yeah, thanks for reminding me. It's always good to get a reminder every now and then, even if you are aware of something. The Sheik-Peach matchup, I would say Sheik should play kinda passive aggressive, and some people might wonder, what do you mean by that? Do you mean I should play defensive? Should I play aggressive? I would say it's more like you are playing the matchup in a way so you're staying close to me, you are a threat to me, and at any time you are able to approach me with a fast move so I can't react, maybe with a grab, maybe with a dash attack, or something like that. Because you don't want to be as defensive, so I'm having the entire stage for myself and you just have the ledge. It's like it might be hard for me to like get in if you defend yourself, but you limit a lot of your options if you are like stuck at the corner. So the way Andrew was playing the matchup, a lot of the times he was staying close to me, and when I tried to get in, he was protecting himself. And when I tried to like maybe pull a turnip, or when I was like you know, pushed back to the ledge, he was trying to space, you know, a lot. So he was keeping himself safe while having me in a bad position when I was at the ledge, but he was never afraid to like go in. He was like, at some point he was like defending himself with shield, F-tilts, or whatever, and sometimes he was just running in with a grab or dash attack. With Sheik though, you have to be very careful when you are having a platform. If you're dropping down with a fair, you have very bad air mobility. That's just the life of being a Sheik. Your air mobility sucks, in fact. So if you try to approach with an aerial, especially fair, Peach will try to wave dash back and down tilt you. So you have to look out for that. If you're on a platform, needles and the fair cover different areas, so mixing up with needles and fair from a platform is actually very useful, because I have to change up my spacing depending on which move you use out of the two. So yeah, that's very good. And with aerials, especially fair, I would recommend to defend yourself with them more rather than approach. Like jump backwards doing them, but you also have to be a bit careful, because if I'm very close to like out of range, I can dash attack you a lot of times. And if you're DIing a little bit bad from the dash attack, you're gonna feel you're gonna be dead within the next few seconds, basically.
Jag kanske borde Maybe we should open the window.
Yeah, we can do
It's
that.
really hot in here.
Open up the window for a little bit, guys.
Open the door, I guess, but then they will hear us talk. So. Or you
Yeah.
talk.
Yeah, but do you think that's good enough?
Yeah, sure.
Oof, that would have been yeah, too early and
Yeah, it's Pally, so in NTSC it would be that, I think.
yeah, but like if I would have DI'd into you, you would probably have gotten me there. But I tried to get out of the wave shine, so I already held in that direction. Yeah, after this stream session I will put it in one of the things, like the most common questions or whatever, like I'm playing PAL. One thing that is like making it very easy to understand if it's PAL or not is the stock icon. Like the logo for the stocks is so much smaller than in NTSC. It's like about half the size. And besides, if you think about it before you ask your question, because a lot of time when people are asking a question, if you just think for a little bit longer, you will come to the conclusion beforehand. It's like, if I go to America and I'm playing as someone and I'm asking, oh, are you playing PAL? Most people would be like, why would I play PAL? Like, that's not even our version. And even though I go to America sometimes and play NTSC, PAL is the version that was sold here, and it's the version I'm playing by far the most tournament in. So it's, you know, pretty understandable. That's the version I'm gonna play. But yeah, thanks for advice. I will put it there. Yeah, regarding PAL and NTSC, I think the PAL version is better. It's more balanced. So I prefer it, and I do think it's more fun because you have to work a bit more for the stuff, like for the kills. Yeah, I do play the bigger tournaments in America, but to be honest, the differences between the versions is not very hard to like adjust to after such a long while. Like, I'm playing as a Sheik, I already know if she grabs me, I'm fucked. If I'm playing against a Fox, it takes like maybe 40 minutes or something to adjust to the fact that his up smash is a bit stronger and his up is a bit longer. So it's only against Fox, and it takes like 1 hour at most, and then I'm completely used to it again. But yeah, I will include it. I do not even have an NTSC disc now, because someone, by accident or not, probably by no, or I don't know, but someone did stole my NTSC disc like a month after Genesis 2. Regarding Hungerbox at Evo, I think I lost those games mostly because he started to figure out the matchup. Like, Younglink loved to zone Jigglypuff with the projectiles. The thing is, pulling out the bombs, it does take some time. And a lot of times, I happened to be in the situation when I was jumping towards the, or like away from him, pulling the bomb. And it was like he knew every time I would jump away from him. So he was already in my face and punishing me for trying to pull a projectile. And then the matchup becomes way harder. In loser final, when I won game 1 against his Puff, I did switch it up, like mixing it up a bit more. Instead of jumping away, I was like maybe running away and then jump right back in with an air, because it has a lot of priority. And I did win game 1, and game 5 was pretty even. So yeah, I think he just adjusted to like the entire character better. Plus the fact that Evo 2014 was probably his best tournament ever. So props for him, taking second.
Oh shit, nice.
a Sheik-Peach pick, it's not the one with me holding a Stitch face, right? Or is it? Because I posted a picture like without a dresser and everything, like originally, but then someone wanted to be fun and like put the pink dress on and everything.
Pretty cute.
Regarding Peach versus Puff, I would say the biggest reason I think the matchup is hard is that Jigglypuff is winning in every area that is important of the matchup. If we put it this way, if we take we take Falcon versus Sheik. I was taking the same character yesterday, but I think it's a pretty good like metaphor. Like Sheik versus Falcon is obviously pretty hard for Falcon. He's easy to tech chase, he's easy to edge guard, and a lot of these stuff. But at least every time he touches Sheik, he's punishing Sheik very, very hard. He's also faster than Sheik, so a lot of times he can like bait out, you know, some of Sheik's slower moves, like an F tilt, like maybe running with a shield, running wave dash down, and they might think like, oh, he's gonna jump in with a nair or something because he's running, and then you just do something completely different. So even though the matchup is very hard, you do have some stuff like speaking for you. But in Peach versus Puff, Puff is winning in every single area that matters. She has longer range with the backer. She punishes you harder than the other way around. She edge guards you better than you can edge guard her. And yeah, so she basically wins everything. The neutral, she wins because of the backer. The edge guard, she wins because she's faster in the air mostly. And that also makes her winning the spacing game. The only thing is that Peach survives for a bit longer in case she doesn't get rested. So the only area you might win is if she doesn't make the combos like she should be doing a lot of the times. In my book, Puff is a girl. She always felt like a girl in the Pokemon anime. So when people refer to a specific Pokemon to a gender, I do feel like it's a lot of time the first impression they had with a Pokemon. Even though, obviously, which we know from the games, that almost all the Pokemons can be both genders. No. Yes. No, I would never want to main Jigs. I think Jigs is a stupid character. I would quit this game after probably 4 days at most playing Puff. Peach best move is probably... That one is hard actually. The obvious answer for a lot of people would be like, oh, down smash, it might give you like 60%, blah blah blah. But the thing is, I feel like a lot of Peach aerials is so good. Her fair is it's having a lot of good range. It's positive on shield, and like her nair, for example, is lasting very long. It combos into its stealth off stage, super good. So Peach's problem is not really what moves she has. Her moveset is amazing. That's the best thing with Peach, to be honest. But if I have to pick one move, I will probably pick the fair because of the reasons I stated. It has a lot of good range and it's positive on shield. I don't think it's as good or should be used as much as I did in the past though. Because even though it has a lot of advantages, you can't, like, Peach is still slow. Like, if Peach was as fast as Fox or Falcon or something, oh my god, that move would be 2 times better. That doesn't necessarily mean, like, the move is still the same. If we would put the move on Fox or Falcon and they would have a float, the move would be better, but that's only because they have another tool making the move better. But if we just